What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you, man. Welcome back to the channel. Has Skip Bayless lost his mind when it comes to Caitlin Clark? Has Skip Bayless lost his mind when it comes to Caitlin Clark? Man, guys, I wasn't going to say anything about this, but I think Skip Bayless is grasping for any straws that he can. Clearly, things ain't been the same since Shannon Sharp left. Nobody really wants to be on the show. He's trying to get all the guests that he can, and I get it. Because when you're trying to keep that show propped up, you got to come up with some strange takes. But this Caitlin Clark stuff he doing, man, is just unbelievable. Now, again, guys, nobody's saying that Caitlin Clark is perfect. But for only Skip Bayless can try to turn what Caitlin Clark is doing into a negative thing. Now, you guys can go back in my playlist, and I did a video on why Caitlin Clark needs to shoot more. Not because she's imploding in the fourth quarter. I said she needs to shoot more so that she can open it up, get herself going first, and then there's not that much pressure on her in the fourth quarter for her to have to get so many shots before she can get a rhythm. Now, I'm hoping that didn't come across as an insult to Caitlin Clark, because it wasn't. I just want to see Caitlin Clark shoot more, because I think trying to get her teammates involved earlier is putting too much pressure on teammates who ain't built for it. Caitlin Clark is built for this spotlight. I mean, clearly she is embracing it. She is doing everything she needs to do. But why am I saying this to you guys? Skip Bayless is attacking her for her fourth quarter numbers without talking about why the fourth quarter numbers are like that. That's why I did my video that she needs to shoot more in the first and second quarter so that she's not throwing up these shots in the fourth quarter when her team is behind. You can't get on her because she's trying to get her teammates involved, and then in the fourth quarter she's having to take a lot of shots. Skip Bayless is trying to talk about her fourth quarters being bad even when the team wins. Well, if you got a team first person doing team first things, you can't be mad at her, criticize her when she's taking that many shots in the fourth quarter, because her first priority was getting the team involved, and that's what the coach is trying to have her do. She's just being compliant. But I think Skip Bayless is doing it for clickbait. And I think Skip Bayless better recognize that coming at Caitlin Clark like you come at LeBron ain't gonna work. See, coming at LeBron worked for Skip Bayless because he's old school, and there are a lot of people who know Skip Bayless, they gonna tell you that Jordan is the GOAT. Well, when you criticize LeBron because you believe Jordan is the GOAT, that's one thing. But now you're criticizing Caitlin Clark, and the only reason these people are watching is because of Caitlin Clark. So you can't take that same approach of Jordan and LeBron that you taking on Caitlin Clark, because Caitlin Clark, nobody's questioning her greatness. She is the best thing that has happened to the WNBA that we've ever seen in our lifetime. Now, granted, you want to go back to the Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, Dawn Staley, all those original WNBA things when it was about basketball, that's different. But right now, Caitlin Clark is the savior of the WNBA, and there is nobody that people are even comparing to her. And for Skip Bayless to try to come at her for her fourth quarters when she does a triple-double, when her team wins, man, I got a problem with that. I'm not saying she's above criticism, but when you just coming up with a take to try to get people to get mad at you, and you're taking that same philosophy that you take with LeBron is giving a lot of people a reason to to hate him. But not because of basketball. LeBron's a hell of a basketball player. Most people hate LeBron because of his social stances and all that kind of stuff, and not being as good as he probably should be, the flopping and all that kind of stuff. LeBron is giving you reasons. But Caitlin Clark ain't giving you a reason to hate on her. That's why even the people who support Angel Reese really ain't got nothing bad to say about Caitlin Clark other than trying to make it a race game. That's why their arguments don't have any validation. Pure and simple, Caitlin Clark is the best thing that has happened to the NBA in the last 20 plus years. She's the only reason the WNBA is relevant. And you can go to anybody who's making content on Caitlin Clark. Go back to what they were promoting or posting last summer this time. There was nothing to talk about in the WNBA. If you go back and look at WNBA videos last summer this time, there are hardly any videos because the league wasn't relevant. So I'm not worried about her, not having the shooting percentage we want her to have in the fourth quarter, because you can see with your own eyes if you watch the game what's happening. And plus she's dropping triple doubles. Plus she's getting her teammates involved. Literally got Aaliyah Boston voted to the All-Star game. They were voting for Aaliyah Boston, so they went ahead and voted for her too. How is Skip Bayless gonna have that tape? Because if Caitlin Clark has a bad fourth quarter, more than likely Aaliyah Boston or Kelsey had a good fourth quarter. So at the end of the day, if they're winning, she's in playoff contention, and you're talking about her fourth quarters worry you? Man, you got to come up with a better take than this. This ain't LeBron. The only people who hate Caitlin Clark are the traditionalists who holding on, and the veterans in the media. But you ain't gonna come with that with the fans that Caitlin Clark got, because we watching the games ourselves. You coming up with some crazy takes just to get clicks, just to stay relevant. And that ain't gonna happen with Caitlin Clark, man. Y'all get down in the comment section, let me know what y'all think. Is Skip Bayless on point with his analysis of Caitlin Clark in the fourth quarter? Or is he a hater like everybody say he is? Again, y'all know the question I asked, man. Is Jeff crazy or is Jeff on to something, man? Y'all get down, comment section, let me know. If you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications. Until next time, we gon' holler.